What's cooking on Cindy's Kitchen this morning? Today we are going to make a hazelnut cream pie. Now, when we get started, let me just tell you I'm not using my pie plate. Oh, gasp! You're making a pie, but not a pie plate? No. I have a covered casserole. It's a covered dish. It has a lid. And I'm going to tell you why. And then you're going to say, wait a minute. Pie are round. Cornbread are square. Do you know that saying? Pie are round, cornbread are square. Anyway. I'm using this because it's going to make a good size one. And there are two reasons. If you buy a pre-made crust, now we're going to make the crust, but if you buy a pre-made crust and then you do everything and you load it, I tend to load mine too high so that when I take the little plasticky doodauber off and I flip it to use it as a lid, all the yummy creamy stuff is up on the lid. I don't like that. Or if I use my pie plates, I have to put foil or plastic wrap over the top. And that means the top of that gets the Cool Whippy stuff all over it. I don't want to do that either. How many with a Y? Just you, Linda, with a Y. The rest of them are LIs. Good morning, Becca. Good to see you. Hi, Sharmalee. You're waiting for the rain in North Illinois. Well, who knows? So anyway, we're going to do a hazelnut cream pie, but we're going to do it in a square pan. You can do it in a 9 by 13. You can do it in a pie pan. You just may have too much for one pie. Maybe not. I'm going to do it in this. And so that's the directions I'm going to give you. We're going to start out. I'm going to push this up a little bit. We're going to start out with some chocolate cookies. You know the brand, right? You know the brand. I used the entire package. Did I eat one of them first? No. I'll say no. Whole package of chocolate wafer cookies with vanilla stuff in the inside, if I'm not supposed to say. But good mid-morning. Yes, Sharmalee. So I put an entire thing of cookies in here. And it gave me a good opportunity to use my rolling pin. I love this rolling pin. I wish, there were other things I could beat on. Anyway, you want to put your, I'm just going to say Oreos. Come on, really? Because that's what they are. We're going to put the Oreos in the bag. And then you can either start beating on them. I like that. You go, take out the trash now. Clean your room. No. Or you can do a little roll on here. Totally up to you. When you get it, pretty much, you can also take your fingers and kind of go through just to make sure you don't have any too big lumps. They don't have to be smushed. So you may go, well, I'll just put them in the food processor. You can, but then that's something else for you to wash. And they don't have to be totally smushed. It's okay to have a few little chunks in there. It's okay. Oh, making this for Father's Day. I know. Philip's working. He's been in the ICU the last 2 days. He's in the ICU today and the ICU tomorrow. And before you ask, yes, the unit is full. Full, full, full. We got him waiting everywhere. Okay. So I just put this in a plastic bag, right? A zip top bag to crumble them up. Now, you could put these in a bowl to add the butter. But that's something else to wash, so I'm not doing that. I have 1 stick of butter in this bowl that has been melted. And remember, 1 stick of butter is a half of a cup of butter. All right, so I'm just going to pour that in there. La, 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 la. Butter is so good. All right, I'm going to seal back up, and then I'm going to smush it all together. You know me, I have this thing with plastic bags and smushing, don't I? Has anybody done any of the meals we did the other day from our smooshy meals? Because I've already had the international one, the one with the coconut, the Malaysian-inspired coconut one. Oh, so good. Okay, so we have our butter all around our cookies, and now we're going to take our 9 by 13. This is actually not 9 by 13, but it's close enough, okay? This is my covered casserole dish. And I'm going to dump these into the bottom, okay? I'm not spraying. One, I don't need to spray because it's Polish pottery. But even if you're doing yours, you don't need to spray because you got all that butter in there. You've got enough stuff, so it's not going to, oh my, yum. Okay, some have more butter than others. All right, I got all that out of there. So that's what it looks like. Ta-da! Now, I am going to actually, I'm gonna take out about 3 tablespoons and put them in a bowl, not for the reason you think. All right, so now we spread them all out like this, and then you need to take, you can use your fingers. You know how I am about getting my fingers gross. So I just have a cup, a glass, and I'm gonna smash these down because we're making our crust, right? This is just like how you make a graham cracker crust, except when you do a graham cracker crust, you need to add graham crackers and sugar because, you know, if you just buy, especially if you just buy the graham cracker crumbs, it's not sweet enough. So you have to smush up the graham crackers and then you have to add sugar before you put your melted butter in. So that's how you make your crust, okay? I should have used a bigger pot or, I should have used a bigger pot, or I should have used less Oreos. No, I lied. It's fine. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some up. Because this isn't like pureed, it is hard to do that because of the cream in there. Because it's not pureed into a fine little mess, it's not gonna be even Steven. It's not gonna be like this pretty perfect thing. It's fine. You just wanna make sure that all your surfaces are covered. Okay? Okay, there we go. Oh, let's taste. Butter flavored Oreos are quite delicious. So there you go. All right, now I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator just while we mix up the end, just so they can kind of set up a little. Yum. Okay, now we're gonna start the filling. Are you excited about the filling? Bag prep day, I love it. I know it was good. Okay, so, big mixing bowl. I'm gonna start off with 8 ounces of cream cheese that's room temperature. If you decide to make this and you're like, oh, I didn't set the cream cheese out, you can always put your cream cheese in the microwave just for a bit. However, be aware when cream cheese is in the microwave, it tends to pop. And when it pops, it's not like pop. It pops and then you have cream cheese all over your microwave. I speak from personal experience. So if you're gonna do that, just do it in like 10 or 15 second increments and put a paper towel or something on the top of it, or you'll be cleaning your microwave. Unless it's time for you to clean your microwave, and then by all means, put your cream cheese in there and don't cover it up. It's fine. Hey Sandy, happy Saturday. Okay, so we're gonna start off with 8 ounces, which is, you know, a regular package of cream cheese. And we're gonna use a cup of Nutella. Let's talk about Nutella just for a second, shall we? I have the fact page. Were you wondering if I was gonna bring up the fact page today? I am. So let's talk about Nutella. Although I've heard some people pronounce it Nutella. Nutella. It's actually Italian. Pietro Ferrero, like a Ferrari, but Ferraro, owned a bakery in Alba, Italy. And they were known, the town of Alba is known for its production of hazelnuts. And so when he first created this, it wasn't this creamy thing. It was like a block, like a big block. Good morning, Sherilyn. Like a big block of hazelnut cocoa chocolate yumminess. That doesn't sound bad. And so in 1946, that's when he sold the first 660-pound block of it. Wow, can you imagine? Anyway, he started selling the creamy version in 1951. And then in 1963, his son, Michel Ferraro, I don't say it right, I don't have a good Italian accent. He revamped it just with the intention of, instead of selling to bakeries and things like that, to sell it throughout Europe. And the composition was modified a little bit and it became known as Nutella. And the first jar left the factory April 20th, 1964, the year before I was born. The product was an instant success and remains wildly popular. Interestingly enough, if you buy this in the United States, it is made with palm oil, P-A-L-M, palm oil. And that's the way it was originally, and in most places, it's made with palm oil. And that was the original recipe I'm so stinking cute. Stinky. Nope, I bathed, I promise. Anyway, the original recipe was made with palm oil. But in 2012, a French senator proposed a tax increase on palm oil that was really, a hefty thing. And palm oil was one of Nutella's main ingredients. And so actually the tax was dubbed the Nutella tax. And so as a result, in Italy, when they make it in Italy, they use vegetable oil instead of palm oil to avoid the Nutella tax. Anyway, but in the United States and Canada, in most other places, it is made just like the original with palm oil. This is the big old jar, the big old jar, okay? Ugh. All right, we're gonna need an entire cup. I know, you're going, Cindy, are you gonna measure that? Nope. Come on, you know what a cup is, right? All right, but I am gonna, oh, look at that. Yum. Oh, I'm just telling you. There is nothing more, oh, you just wanna stick your finger in there and eat, right? Okay, that's about 3/4 of a cup. So let me dig a little deeper. Oh, there we go. Now we got a cup. I'm fairly certain it's a cup. All right. I'm gonna get some of that off of there. La la la. Okay. Nope, not yet. Soon, but not yet. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get your hand mixer. You could probably do this by hand, but old arthritis lady here, that ain't gonna happen for me, so I'm doing this. All right, ready? 8 ounces of cream cheese and a cup of Nutella. So we're gonna mix that up. Oh, yummy. La 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 la. You put that over there. This isn't healthy, obviously, right? And in fact, when Nutella was first brought into the United States, there were commercials on TV and print ads. Oh, we're gonna use a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Not evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk. Oh, look at that. Yeah, not healthy. Anyway, so when it was first introduced in the United States, there were TV ads and print ads, and it said part of a healthy breakfast. Now, quite frankly, if you're getting your kids to eat breakfast, that's it could be part of a healthy breakfast as long as they had like fruit and other, something else in there. But they got sued. Nutella got sued. And so they had to pay a settlement, and then they had to change all of their ads so as not to say that Nutella was healthy. Like we had any doubt, right? Okay, 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. Let's give it another whir. Oh. Yum. Woo, turn it on high. Okay, have you ever taken it out with it still going and woo, chocolate's on the ceiling? Makes for an interesting discussion, doesn't it? You wanted to do that. Now, we're gonna add in something weird, and I know it's gonna freak you out, but I can't help it. We're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. What? Lemon juice? Cindy, that can't be. Good morning, Sharon. I'm glad you're here. But the lemon has acid in it, right? And this is like a chemistry experiment. And we need the acid from the lemon to set this up well. Because otherwise, it's like use peanut butter. Nutella and peanut butter are like creamy. They don't like stand at attention. They like lounge. Peanut butter and Nutella are loungy. They're barca loungers. We want them to stand up. We want them to be good little soldiers. All right, mix that in. Lemon juice going everywhere. Yum. Okay. Did you get chocolate on you? No? All right. Now, the next thing we're gonna need is a tub a tub, I say. That's why I say that little bitty thing isn't gonna work. That pre-made crust, you need to make your own. All right, I'm using an entire tub of, you know, whipped topping, whatever brand your heart desires, okay? Now I'm gonna use this one. The entire tub. Now you might say, well, couldn't we save some and put it on the top? Well, of course you could if you wanted, but that's another step. You want me to add another step? Now, why do we, when we put whipped topping or if you make whipped cream, homemade whipped cream, or you use this, why do we do what's called folding instead of mixing? Because really, if we're doing the mixer, can't we just do that and it'll all be mixed up? Well, you know, the point of whipped cream is that it's whipped. And when you whip something, you're putting air in it. And so the whipped topping that you buy, oh, make sure that's defrosted. You don't want it frozen or it'll be hard to mix up. The whipped topping that you buy in the frozen food section, or if you made homemade whipped cream by using heavy cream and mixing the poo out of it, all of that has air whipped into it. And so if you put that already whipped cream or topping in here and then you turned your mixer on, then what would happen is you're gonna actually be taking some of the air out, okay? We don't wanna take the air out because then it's not a fluffy dessert. A fluffy dessert, oh yum. All right, now, does it have to be perfectly incorporated? I never do. I kind of like seeing ribbons of dark and ribbons of light, and I don't know, it's kind of an artwork. So I'm not gonna use it all. I mean, I'm not gonna stir it up so it's all completely a mess. I have made a mess. There's chocolate everywhere. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Getting our crust. Now, if you're hoping that the crust is all beautiful, it's not. You see the big chunks I have in there, and that's fine. If you want to make it smaller, you can put it in your food processor, and that's fine too. Totally up to you, whatever your little heart desires. I'm gonna get a spoon and start spooning in, okay? Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Oh, okay. And I know I could pick this up and do it, and it would be much faster, but old arthritis hands lady, because it's gonna rain today, I don't have a lot of strength in my hands today. And so I'm having to spoon instead of lift up and dump. Would you come and help me? Could you stand here next to me? If you say, Cindy, I will come to your house and help you pour, I will let you be my taste tester. Anybody want to be my taste tester? Sweetness, it is. Sorry I missed it. Is that an Oreo crust? It is an Oreo crust. It's just a whole container of Oreos that have been smooshed up, and then we added an entire stick of melted butter. Melted butter. All right, now I'm going to, hold on, I'm gonna take this and smooth, because I don't care that I'm covering the little crust. I'm okay with that. So even if you can't see the crust on the side, I think that's just fine. All right, so let me go all the way around. Oh, I picked up, maybe I should just eat that one. No, keep going, Cindy. All right, so have you made this before with Nutella? Has anybody made it with Nutella? Almost there, all the way around. And I just like to fill in all the holes. Okay, so now that's all done, and we're gonna put that in the refrigerator at least an hour. I know, you're going, an hour? An hour, Cindy? Yeah, you need to let it set up. So good. But that's one of the reasons I use my covered casserole. Now it's not too big, it's not gonna get over the lid. I don't have to if I put foil on it, all my good stuff is not on the foil or the plastic wrap. Look at that. When I want some, I take the lid off, I eat, I put the lid back on. I love covered. All right, so this is going in the refrigerator. Well, we'll just set it right here right now. Now let me show you why. Remember, Whoops, remember this little one? Do you remember this? Okay, I have to buy it, never had it, but oh yeah, it's way good. Nutella is so good. All right, remember I took about 2 or 3 tablespoons of the Oreo, the crushed Oreos with the butter, and I put it in this little bitty one. All right, I'm gonna get the bottom of my thing, and I'm gonna smash these down again, okay? And so basically what I'm doing is I'm making a little crust in this little bitty bowl. Now, obviously, if you were having a big dinner party or you have a big family, you don't want to do this. Because really, that's going to take a long time. And you don't, I mean, you know, really? Maybe you do. Anyway, okay, so I've got all the little crumsies down in there. Now, I didn't use it all, on purpose. One, because somebody needs to lick the bowl. Who's volunteering? Who wants to lick the beaters? Who gets the bowl? Yeah, the cover, yeah, when I normally have made any kind of cream pie, if you buy the pre-made one, you just take that plastic thing over and slip it over. But inevitably, there's topping or pudding or Cool Whip on the lid, and that's just yucky. So just put it in one that has a lid to begin with. Okay, now, this is what I had left over. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. La la la. Okay, so now, if you wanted to be fancy and or control people's serving size, right? You didn't want them to get a big old thing of it, right? Then you could take a small bowl like this, whatever size bowl you have, whatever size bowl you want. This isn't too big. This would be like a perfect little dessert serving. Well, it depends. You may be saying, no, Cindy, that is way too small. I don't think it's too small. It's perfect. Look at that. Perfect little dessert. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? So you can make little individual ones. Everybody's coming over to lick the bowl. Okay. Now, either on the top of the big one that you made right before you serve it, or on this little one, these are roasted chopped hazelnuts. I mean, just a little something on the top, right? And so you could put just a few little roasted chopped hazelnuts right on the top. And then if people usually whatever you sprinkle on the top, you're kind of letting people know what's in it. So what you could do is you could have saved a few of the little crumbs from the Oreo, so you can have little Oreo crumbs on the top, or the little chopped roasted hazelnuts. Thank you, Rebecca. I just got chocolate. Becca, I was hitting your comment and I got chocolate on you. I'm so sorry. It's very good though. Anyway, so there you go. Look at that. A perfect little dessert. So like I said, if it's just your family and you're trying to do portion control, you could do these little bitty ones. Or if you're lazy like me, you could just do the big one, right? And so this is what we have for today. We take our covered dish because, I know a lot of you don't realize that Polish pottery can go in the refrigerator or the freezer, right? Or the microwave, whatever. So anyway, this is our frozen dish. And now, because I have a lid on it, look, no chocolate on the lid. It's good, huh, right? All right, and that's what our dish looks like. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator for about an hour and it'll set up. That lemon juice is gonna react with the Nutella and the cream cheese and it's gonna help it to set up. But the whipped topping with it we use gives it lightens it. So I know we use sweetened condensed milk and Oreos and all of that, but you're not gonna have that punch of Nutella or punch of chocolate. That whipped topping maybe it just makes me feel better. Maybe it makes me feel lighter because it's whipped. So there you go. Anyway, big one, 9 by 13 for your guests, or little baby ones. Look at the little baby ones, so cute. Well, there you go. We learned the history of Nutella. We learned that Alba has a huge crop of hazelnuts. So if you want to go to Italy and go to Alba, you can learn more about hazelnuts, I do suppose. Let's see what else. If you don't like peanut butter or you can't eat peanut butter and you can eat hazelnuts, Here you go. I would tell you that I'm fairly certain, yes, Nutella has soy in it. So if you can't have soy, then that's not a good thing for you. But these are really good. Like I said, if you're having a dinner party or really just any dessert in the middle of the week, it's really good. I think Philip will enjoy this for Father's Day, so I'm excited about that. Don't forget, please share with your friends. I know I've said that before, but here on Facebook, the analytics change all the time, and so you never know who's actually seeing your stuff anymore. But if you share with your friends, you don't have to make it public. I'm not asking you to open your life up to everybody, but share with your friends so that they know we're on. Now, today is Saturday, so that means we won't have Cindy's Kitchen tomorrow. Tomorrow's our day of rest, but we will be back bright and shiny on Monday morning for another episode. If you're looking for this recipe or any of the other recipes that we've done, go to Cindy's Kitchen on YouTube and do a search, and all of our recipes, I think we're at over 70 now. Over 70 recipes are located on our YouTube channel. I hope you guys have a lovely day. From my kitchen to your kitchen, I hope it's filled with yummy, sweet hazelnut chocolate cookie, whipped topping yumminess. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys again on Monday. Bye-bye.